House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer said that Devon Archer confirmed in his appearance Monday that President Biden lied to the American people when he said he had no knowledge about his son's business dealings and was not involved. Comer's comments came after Archer, a former business associate and longtime friend of Hunter Biden, sat for hours before the House Oversight Committee in a closed-door hearing Monday. Archer said that Hunter put his father, then Vice President Joe Biden, on speakerphone while meeting with business partners at least 20 times. Archer described how Joe Biden was put on the phone to sell the brand. Joe Biden was the brand that his son sold around the world to enrich the Biden family. Comer said when Joe Biden was Vice President of the United States, he joined Hunter Biden's dinners with his foreign business associates in person or by speakerphone over 20 times. When Burisma's owner was facing pressure from the Ukrainian prosecutor investigating the company for corruption, Archer testified that Burisma executives asked Hunter to call DC after a Burisma board meeting in Dubai. Comer continued. Why did Joe Biden lie to the American people about his family's business dealings and his involvement, he asked. It begs the question, what else is he hiding from the American people? Comer said the House Oversight Committee and Accountability will continue to follow the Biden's money trail and interview witnesses to determine whether foreign actors targeted the Bidens, President Biden is compromised and corrupt, and our national security is threatened. Archer's attorney, Matthew Schwartz, the managing partner of Boies Schiller Flexner LLP, released a statement Monday following his client's testimony. We are aware that all sides are claiming victory following Mr. Archer's voluntary interview today, Schwartz said, but all Devon Archer did was exactly what he said he would, show up and answer the questions put to him honestly and completely. Schwartz added Mr. Archer shared the truth with the committee and we will leave them to determine and others to decide what to do with it. Comer detailed the key takeaways from Archer's hour-long testimony. He said Archer also testified that Burisma would have gone out of business if the brand had not been attached to it. Archer said he believed that Hunter Biden being on the board and the Biden brand contributed to Burisma's longevity, according to Comer's office, and suggested that people would have been intimidated to mess with Burisma legally because of the Biden brand. Archer, who served on the board of Ukrainian natural gas firm Burisma Holdings alongside Hunter beginning in 2014, told lawmakers that the value of adding Hunter to the board was to build the company's brand. Archer, according to Comer, confirmed that then Vice President was the brand. Archer also testified in the spring of 24 when Vice President Biden attended the business dinner with his son and his associates at Cafe Milano in Washington, D.C. Elena Baturina, a Russian oligarch who is the widow of the former mayor of Moscow, attended the dinner. Notably, the Biden administration's public sanctions list for Russian oligarchs does not include Elena Baturina, Comer's office said. Well, Sebastian Gorka is back, a former Trump appointee to the National Security Advisory Board, joins me again in this conversation recorded earlier. I've got Sebastian Gorka again with me, and this is a big story today, and I want to talk about the Devon Archer testimony. There was threats over the weekend that the DOJ on Saturday sent out a letter saying that they wanted to get Devon Archer straight into the prison to serve his 1-year sentence, but that's been put off, and he has gone and testified. And Sebastian, what's your take so far? Have we found the smoking gun yet?
Well, I mean, it depends what your definition of smoking gun is, but when we now, have Republican congressmen who've stated after the closed-door session that this individual, who is Hunter Biden, the president's son's former best buddy, his business partner, who built millions of dollars out of a Native American tribe, who's already been convicted of that, he has testified behind closed doors that on at least 20 occasions, Hunter Biden got his daddy, former vice president, now president of the United States, to jump on calls with his shady business partners from Kazakhstan, from Ukraine, from Romania, from Russia. And then afterwards, the Democrats say, he was just, this isn't a joke, Jason. One of the New York New York representatives of the Democrats said, Vice President Biden was only talking about the weather with Hunter Biden's business associates from Kazakhstan. You have to say, we have the evidence. When are there going to be consequences? We know this is a cartel. The Biden family, Jim, Frank, the brothers, the son, the daughter, this is a criminal cartel The question is, what can you do about it when the Department of Justice, when the FBI is under the control of the Democrats? That's why we need, Donald Trump back in the White House.
We certainly do. And have you got any thoughts on who may well be Donald Trump's Attorney General that has the kahunas to be able to take on the Bidens and the rest of the corrupt establishment?
Oh, well, I would love to see one of the real freedom fighters, my former colleague in the Trump administration, Kash Patel, former acting Deputy Director of National Intelligence, former Chief of Staff in the Pentagon, or there's a supreme warrior for the truth, Joe DeGenever, former U.S. District Attorney, or even, he's getting up there, but he's still an amazing force of nature. I'd love to see America's mayor, the man who brought New York back to, its feet again after 9/11, Rudy Giuliani. So anyone who's committed to the Constitution, anyone who believes in the truth, and anyone who's been persecuted by the FBI, by the DOJ, they've all got my stamp of approval.
Well, they will certainly have yours and mine watching what's going on, because this idea of two-tier justice that we've seen at the moment just does not stand. So much for the land of the free and the home of the brave. We're watching anything but in all of this, and it takes wonderful, great people to be able to resist against globalist tyranny that we're seeing at the moment. It's just truly shocking. Do you look on with confidence at this stage, or is it a pathway to Trump being re-elected that America can get back to its to where it's supposed to be and make America great again?
No human being has ever received 64 million and then 73 million votes. He received more votes than any other incumbent president in history. So, he's a force of nature. He's between 20 and 40 points before his nearest challenger right now for the Republican primary. The question is, can the Democrats stop him by using police state tactics? They're dropping new indictments every week. Can they put him in prison before the election? He can win the election. The question is, what are the Democrats going to do to stop this man? That I do not know.
And that's what we're all watching with bated breath as we see these events play out. Sebastian Gorka, thank you for your time today on Compass.
Thank you, Jason.